This content is based on telepathic communication between the ninth density collective of Ra and the conduit Joe. Welcome to the Book of Ekesh. Everyone wants to be happy, but what does it truly mean to experience happiness? Positivity is easy to fake, which is why people suffering from depression often go unnoticed by those around them. Does joy simply mean telling jokes and wearing a constant smile? The spiritual concept of joy differs greatly from the way most humans define happiness. Yet, joy is the single most important element in the manifestation process. It cannot be faked, nor is it tied to laughter. Let us now explore the fifth key on our path to zero. Joy is something most societies fail to teach children. It is often treated as a fleeting emotion rather than a lasting state of being, and parents rarely serve as good role models for it. Many adults spend their lives following calendars filled with obligations, punctuated by occasional happy events designed to keep their energy up. These events are the public holidays and other celebrations when you're expected to loosen up and contribute with a smile. Whether it's real or fake doesn't seem to matter. This is the happy by calendar syndrome, where people smile on designated days before returning to the mundane routine of nothing to celebrate weeks. In many cultures, joy is seen as something that simply happens or doesn't. To give joy a chance, certain days are set aside for collective happiness. Between these moments, it's often considered natural to view life through a gloomy lens. Joy is treated almost like luck. You either have it or you don't. It becomes tied to external circumstances. You feel happy when good things happen or when someone else lifts your spirit. From a higher density perspective, however, you create your own luck and consciously choose to live from the energy of joy. As you reclaim your power and break free from the limitations of the third density, joy becomes a central aspect of your being. To ascend, you must learn to live in a state of joy most of the time, whether you are alone or surrounded by hundreds of people. When we speak of joy, we refer to peace of mind and contentment, a state where you feel good about your circumstances no matter how they appear. You know with every fiber of your being that by raising your frequency, your reality transforms and the third density game fades away. Joy means maintaining a positive outlook on life. While you may not yet be able to change your circumstances instantly, you can always choose how to respond to whatever life presents. This is challenging for many, as most lack the inner strength to sustain such a state. Yet, cultivating joy is an essential step on the Ascension journey. Practice makes the master. As a conscious creator, you come to understand that your manifestations align with your frequency. It's never about how others perceive you or whether you're laughing and cheerful. It's about the energy you carry within. Your dominant frequency is what shapes your reality. Are you creating from an awareness of your true essence or from a place of lack and fear? This universe, the simulation we call Eon, is built on frequency and vibration. As consciousness, your natural state is one of bliss, a continuous flow of well-being and love. The simulation offers mother souls the opportunity to experience duality and contrast in a physical or semi-physical setting, a process deeply valued. However, avatars often become trapped in fear and dark emotions, perceiving themselves as victims of their circumstances. Victimhood and judgment are two of the greatest obstacles on this path. Both lead to a stagnant mindset, surrendering your power to external forces. This is the path of conditional joy, but we recommend embracing the way of unconditional joy. This means your peace of mind arises from within and cannot be influenced or hijacked by others. You become the master of your own inner peace. From this state, you live in constant joy and appreciation. Appreciation for the power you hold to step beyond the third density game when you are ready. You choose Ascension because it is your birthright as source energy in human form. If you are God, why not be a joyful one? A creator who feels good about themselves and their creation. If you are watching this, you have stepped out of amnesia. You have seen through the illusion, and what you discovered is inspiring. If you can create anything, and all you perceive originates from your mind, why not create a joyous bubble for yourself and others who share this knowing? The greatest limitation in the simulation is that you must take responsibility for your own well-being. No one else can do that for you. This means you cannot lower your vibration to accommodate others who have not yet reached your level of consciousness. Responsibility requires you to honor your path and allow others to honor theirs. You cannot save the world because there is nothing to save. The third density is not meant to be saved by anyone. It is a game designed to be played in deep amnesia. Of course, there is a push toward awakening, which leads you to lose interest in the third density game altogether. You realize it is not meant to be played forever, but you decide when you are done. Once you pierce through the veil and remember who you truly are, you can no longer remain in the third density. This is when an in-body ascension might take place. What would be the point of staying? To engage in drama and conflict when you know it leads nowhere. From a higher vantage point, you leave the old behind. your thoughts, behavioral patterns, third density programming, and karmic cycles. You step through the Ascension portal that opens before you. But as you do so, be cautious. There is a false light that has lured many souls into a prolonged ascension cycle. If you are ready for ascension and have overcome amnesia to remember who you truly are, then you are prepared to move beyond the third density Earth school. However, this false light may still call to you, tempting you to return. This is not a failure, it simply means you are being tested. If the light feels deceptive or programmed, trust your inner guidance system. It will lead you forward on the right path for you. Ignore the false light, turn away from it, and walk in the opposite direction. The true light will never pull you back into the cycle of reincarnation or tempt you to replay old karmic patterns. Not if you have reached the frequency of the next realm, the fifth density in this case. When you are aligned with your higher self, the light will feel pure, untainted by any external influence. Stay grounded in your truth, and your path will unfold clearly before you. If you did manage to remember who you are while alive in your human body, then you are ready to ascend to the next realm, and the simulation will follow your frequency and command. The process of remembering begins as you reach a certain level of higher consciousness and accelerates as you ascend further. This is why simply telling someone the truth is often ineffective. They can only accept information that resonates with their current frequency. The power has always been and will always be within the individual. Changing your situation starts with a shift in mindset. Resisting the natural flow of bliss and joy stems from the amnesia you embraced upon entering your human form. Though joy is always available, it is frequently suppressed or overlooked in the third density. In higher densities, joy as a state of being reigns as the primary condition. Experiencing it even briefly while still in amnesia unlocks a portal to recalling your true essence and path to ascension. While this amnesia once served a purpose, the time has now come to transcend the suffering of the past. Though we refer to the fifth key as joy, all 9 keys are deeply interconnected. You cannot fully remember the essence of your higher being without engaging with each of the 9 keys. In this way, joy becomes the natural outcome of mastering them all. As you practice the 9 steps to zero each week, you will experience greater peace of mind. There is no need to master them all at once. Small, consistent steps forward are often more sustainable than a giant leap. Joy as a spiritual concept is essential for manifesting a new reality. However, you must rise above the human understanding of joy. You do not need a romantic partner, money, or external success to experience true joy. While you may desire these things as a human being, they are not necessary for your peace of mind. Rise above these limiting expectations and create from a joyful state, a frequency of peace and unconditional love. Source energy exists joyfully in its aloneness. At the deepest level, so do you. Every being must find joy in this truth, for it is unchangeable. Nobody can force you to remember. You awaken when your frequency allows it. Always remember, we are all one consciousness. When one arises, we all rise.